Hi, welcome to Fishing the Midwest. I'm Mike Frisch. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're at Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. You know, I've been buying my trucks, my tow vehicles from Nelson the past couple of years. How come? Tremendous sales staff, really friendly, and great service after the sale as well. Speaking of great, we've had the opportunity this year to go to some world-class fisheries. Today, it's a world-class bass fishery. It's Pelican Lake in northern Minnesota, big time, largemouth and smallmouth bass. You're gonna wanna join us. Get in the boat. Let's go to Pelican Lake and catch some big bass. Yes, we are fortunate at Fishing the Midwest to travel to great fishing destinations across the Midwest. And I've long heard about Pelican Lake, northern Minnesota, about the tremendous bass fishing, largemouth and smallmouth fishing that they have. So today we're fortunate, we're out on Pelican Lake. We're staying at Birch Forest Lodge. It's a tremendous resort. We're headed out now to check out the fishing.
So Pelican Lake is probably one of the most unknown bass fishing lakes in the state of Minnesota, but arguably one of the very best. We're going to be looking for largemouth bass and hopefully a few smallmouth mixed in. The bass here feed heavily on crayfish, so we're going to be throwing lures that resemble crayfish.
Adam indicated that these bass are crayfish eaters. With that in mind, I'm trying to match the hatch with my presentations today, alternating between a Denny Brower structure jig tipped with a rage craw and a Texas rig scoundbug. Both replicate crayfish. Meanwhile, Adam is incorporating a soft stick bait and a bladed swim jig into his fishing arsenal. That's what we came here for. It's a nice one. Oh yeah. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
How about that, huh?
Not bad for a first fish of the day.
That's a good first fish of the day right there. Yeah, so we got into that first spot, and basically what we're doing is we're fishing rock weed transitions, and Adam's throwing a couple different lures. He's throwing a stick bait. I'm primarily keying in on a structure jig and a rage craw, and what we're doing is we're fishing these rocky reefs that have weed growth off the edges, so it's a rock to weed transition. Adam.
Yes, sir.
I'm liking Pelican Lake.
You know, we get a lot of people come here for our bass fishing.
I'm gonna bring them right here, man.
Everyone knows our reputation for bluegill fishing, but bass fishing, I don't think we're second to anybody.
So far from what I've seen, I think you're right, man. That's another nice one. Look at that one.
Not only do we have really good numbers, but our average size, according to the DNR statistics of I've seen, will match up with anybody.
There you go. There you go. Look at that. We're gonna put the scale on that one. That's a 4-pounder, I bet.
So we get a larger average size of bass than most lakes because of the food that we have in our lake. We have a lot more protein. We get really good cover for our crayfish, which they love. So you get these really big bellies.
Absolutely.
So,
Adam, 427.
nice fish.
That's four and a quarter pounder. Nice fish,
for
man.
your second fish.
Wow. Wait. This one's not as big. Still a fat, healthy Pelican Lake largemouth bass. Basically what I'm trying to do is, first off, I'm using a 1/2 ounce structure jig. I'm pairing it with a rage craw. And what I'm doing is I'm dragging it across those rocks up to those weeds. And Adam tells us that these fish are crayfish eaters, and anytime you've got crayfish, that jig and that rage craw, that's a deadly combination.
All right.
It's pulling a little on you,
Yeah,
isn't
a little
he?
pull. I love that feeling.
Yeah, doesn't get much better.
Sound of
That's
drag
nice.
zipping.
That's a nice
Pulling
one.
line.
Look at that one.
There we go.
Nice job, Adam.
Yeah.
Look at there.
There's another Pelican Lake bass. Just
fat.
all of them solid.
Yep. That's good fish.
There you go.
There you go. Good one,
Beautiful
Adam.
fish.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by G3 Boats, Yamaha Outboards, Strike King Lure Company, Lou's Fishing, and Hannay's Marine.
They are liking that thunder cricket. Oh, there's what we came for. Nice, nice.
Yes.
Good job, Adam. It's another big boy.
We haven't caught a small one yet.
Let's put the scale to that one.
It's not going to be your 4, but
Oh, look at that.
yeah, I know those bellies. They're
375. Just about 4.
yeah.
Good job, Adam.
All right, thanks, buddy. They just drop these rock piles everywhere around the lake.
Just
So just
pecking
depending on
at
which
it.
way the wind's going, you know, we pick rock piles like this.
Yep.
Just sitting down there on those rocks.
Smallmouth.
Yeah. All right, not as big, but it is a smallmouth.
Smallmouth like rocks.
Yes, they do. So the bass here on Pelican Lake, everyone just calls them Pelican Lake bass because they're all heavy, fat bass. The diet here consists of a lot of crayfish. It gets a lot of protein in their diet. So the bone structure is heavy. They get nice, large builds. They fight. Everyone loves to catch bass here because you get those 2.5, 3-pound bass all the time.
This could be a big pike. Oh, come on. No, I'm wrong. Look at there.
There you go, another one. Look at that hog.
Woo.
Oh, look at the belly.
Look at that thing. There's a toad. That is a big boy right there. Look at there.
Yeah. Where's your scale for that one?
Yeah, well, 493.
Whew, nice fish.
7/100 of a pound
That belly.
from 5. That's a big girl right there. Whew. Another big one
Yeah, usually right in these rocks.
right here. Come
Bend
on,
that
boy.
rod.
Look at that one. Get in here, boy.
There we go.
There we go. That's not a 5, but that's a pretty good bass any place. Any place you go. Just a tank. So that's another fish that ate that Texas rigged scound bug. And the scound bug comes in 2 different sizes, but these bigger fish, Adam, they want that bigger bait, so we're going with that 4-inch.
Yeah, they love anything that can resemble a crayfish or something down low like that.
Yep.
They love it here.
Hey folks, Mike Frisch here, Fishing the Midwest Television, and I gotta tell you about a new product from Starbright that is gonna be really popular in the boating and marine industry. It's the new deck and pad cleaner from Starbright. Now what this is designed to do is clean your marine foam flooring products, and it works really simple. Spray on, wipe off. It's the new deck and pad cleaner from Starbright. You're gonna wanna check this out for those of you with the marine foam flooring products.
Ooh, big boy. Mike, you're crushing it at this spot.
I like this spot.
You like this spot? Yeah.
I do like this spot. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
So, look at that thing. Gone.
Yep.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Starbright, Explore Alexandria Tourism, Superior Industries, Visit Pierre, South Dakota, Nelson Auto Center, and Distinctive Cabinet Design.
This could be a good one.
All right, I'm reeling in. I'm reeling in.
Stay down.
There we go.
Nice. That one just glommed on. Felt like a weed.
Yeah, that weight, they just hang with a slight shudder.
Wow. You guys got fatties up here, Adam.
Yes, we do. All that food in the water.
I like
big
fatties.
fish.
So, Adam, here it is, what, middle of July. These fish are obviously going. Do they bite all summer long up here?
So Mike, one of my favorite things about living here on Pelican Lake is I'm able to fish all summer. So in the spring, you know, May, the ice comes off. I do more multi-species fishing in the spring, a lot of walleye fishing, crappie fishing, and of course bass fishing. But then as the water warms up, our walleye fishing really slows down, our crappie fishing slows down, but our bass just solid the whole summer.
That's the right kind. Oh yeah. He does not like the boat.
He's a fighter.
There we go. Oh, look at that one.
You know, again, not the biggest bass I've ever pulled out, but that guy was pulling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that belly. Thank you, buddy.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Nice. What happens is these fish, a lot of them for me are hitting that jig and craw and they're coming at me. So I'm using a high-speed reel. I'm using an 8:3-to-1 gear ratio. It's a Lew's Hyper Mag. Now I love that Hyper Mag because it fits perfectly in the palm of my hand. It's super lightweight. It's super smooth. It's a high-performing reel. And again, with that high gear ratio, I can catch up to these fish as they come to me and get that hook into them. Wow. Oh, we might be swimming with it. Ah. Just a subtle little tap was all he gave me.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yep.
It's a nice one.
Nice. I'll take a subtle little tap like that all day long. Dragging a structure jig and a rage craw. Just popping it through those rocks, and every once in a while, boom. The specific rod that I'm using with the Hyper Mag reel is I'm using a Greg Hackney pitching rod, and I like this rod because it's 7 feet 6 in length. And so at the end of the cast, sometimes I'm getting bit. I can quickly take up any slack line. I can set the hook, and this rod has the strength and power I need to fight these big bass, smallmouth and largemouth.
My wife and I bought Birch Forest Lodge in 2015. So we just celebrated 10 years. We came here because we wanted opportunity to raise our family outdoors, working together. My wife and I both have farming backgrounds, and we wanted our kids to grow up working with us outside, and I love fishing. And I couldn't stand being away from fishing. I used to be a dock boy on a couple of resorts up here in the area. Best job ever. So I convinced my wife to take the big plunge with me, and we bought Birch Forest 10 years ago now.
He's cutting her up. Tell you what, we've had bigger fish, but that right there is a good fish wherever you're at. Doesn't matter.
Fishing the Midwest is presented by Discover Perm, Minnesota, New Everett's Resort, Cabotogama Lake, Pickerel Lake Lodge, Power Pole, Trailblazer.
Oh, another good one. So, Adam, the wind is ripping.
It is today.
But
doing pretty good.
the good thing about this lake is even though it's, what, 12,000 acres?
Just shy of 12,000 acres. So it's a big body of water.
Yep.
You know, it's a big lake. There's no way around that. However, we kind of fish it like it's a smaller lake because there's so many bays. There's so many coves, whatever you want to call them. There's 54 miles of shoreline. So no matter where the wind's blowing, we can find a way to get out of the wind and find a place to keep catching fish.
Can you go?
So Birch Forest Lodge is located right dead in the center of Pelican Lake on the south shore, which means we can access any point of the lake pretty easily. We've got 13 cabins and 1 lodge room here. So we can offer lodging to large groups, small groups. Our cabins range from 1 to 5 bedrooms. So if you're a large group or a small group, we can take care of you. We've got a marina with individual dock slips for your boats, power on every single dock. So you can bring your own boat, you can rent one of ours. We have a very nice rental fleet with fishing boats and pontoons.
Another good one. Stay down, brother. Nice. On the spot lock here. So one of the things that I did is when you told me that these bass eat crawdads, I changed to, this is a color called Bama Craw in that structured jig and that Rage Craw. And it looks like what they're eating.
Yeah.
Probably 2.5 pounder, but just fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pelican Lake certainly lived up to its billing. Well, there you have it, folks. Pelican Lake, northern Minnesota has them. If you like world-class bass fishing, you need to put Pelican Lake on your destination list. Hey, from all of us at Fish in the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again next week. And as always, remember to include a youngster in your next outdoors adventure.